Okay guys, this is Colin, back again. Believe it or not, I think I figured out the answer to my slowdown issue, and it's a pretty crazy answer. The actual problem was fraps, not anything that I did. So I'm gonna hold off. Basically, I'm gonna wait for some of these characters to see what happens, because they will come to me if I wait patiently. So you can see I'm basically just forcing them all to wait to see what goes down, and the leader's about to lay a smack down on somebody and kick some butt. I've killed him several times, and you can see the heart. The heart signifies how many turns a character can survive while fainting. And if you can revive them before they hit zero, and then die, or more simply turn into a crystal, you can keep them alive and bring them into the next battle. But if they disappear or become a crystal, you have lost them. They are done. I'm going to send Ramza in head on to go out to the chemist. We can beat their chemist. This is a pretty easy battle, and that is my goal. Beat the chemist. Now, you can see she has done herself no favors. I'm going to attack her from the side. Now, I've recorded this several times while being frustrated, because essentially, gosh, no, I can't think. When I finally figured this out, I must have started this particular section over maybe 15 times. I'm trying to figure out how to stop the slowdown. Could not figure it out, and then finally I was just like, well, what the heck, let's record in 60 frames, and before you know it, bam, all is well. So, just goes to show, sometimes you can outthink yourself. And then once again we can see the bad camera angles that can happen, but once, I can also show you, there you go, like, when you bide your time a lot of times with the enemy coming to you, you can plan your attack out in such a way as to protect yourself from pretty much everything. So you can see a little bit of slowdown there, but nowhere near what we were doing before. And now they are really going after Ramza here. He's going to heal himself, which I can tell you sucks a ton, because unless you can corner him, he's going to be doing that all round. And Alita showing even more awesomeness. You need somebody with a stone. So I want to get him up here. Hopefully heal Ramza with an item. I want him to pretty much keep on moving on. And what I'm thinking is we will pretty much corner the chemist with make him the only guy left to kick butt. He really is the only guy kicking butt. So I got two enemies on me. I'm gonna go after this one, because she's got an opportunity to die. And what do you do? Just gotta remind myself, Kiyomi, she's a dasher. So let's see. Let's get myself in position. Go ahead and charge blow. Bam! Now he's gone. Voice levels up, which is awesome. And I'm also going to position him near the leader. So you can see we're like one character away from really being able to kick some butt. That's advantageous for him. Now I understand why he probably did that. He's going to position himself Oh, well, no, if he's gonna leave his backside open, that's pretty dumb of him. I'm gonna say that right now. Wow, apparently that chemist does not have a weapon, so let's see what happens when you don't. They will punch. Finally got him to the point where I can corner him, which is pretty much my goal. That's the weak one. Oh, so frustrating. He'll probably book it, which is exactly what he's gonna do. Of course, the chemist is gonna heal himself. But we essentially have him cornered, which is gonna rock. Awesome sauce. Here comes Delita, doing what he does. He's gonna throw a stone at our other gentleman. Now I have a couple opportunities here. I will probably take advantage of this gentleman. Excuse me. This just about does it. Here's the thing, Boyle drops a treasure box, you can darn well bet there's something in it, like an item, and I may try to go get it just for the sake of this, but there will be opportunities. Really, I'm just trying to take this guy out. I think I just remembered this is my weak point, which really sucks, because that tends to happen. It's only a matter of time, folks, before I get that little jerk of a chemist. All he is doing is prolonging the inevitable. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna send the chemist after the level. Actually, I don't have to do that. Because the chemist is gonna be... or there will be someone that can grab it. So I will try to grab that so you can see what it's like to grab a treasure box on the field. Here we go. And you see I got a leather hat. So that's what happens when people die. They leave treasure or they leave the crystals. And the crystals can give you health, abilities, HP. It's pretty sweet. So the leader apparently really just wants to finish this guy off, and there he goes. He's done it. So that is pretty effing sweet to use at the low player time. She's got some move on her, I'll tell you that. Broken move. Speaking of ability crystals, there is one of them. Right now. So. They're sending somebody toward that crystal, perhaps. honestly, since I'm in no hurry, I'll probably try to grab visibility because there's essentially the only one left. So we'll grab those crystals. Sure. We'll get an antidote. That is an item. Chemist ability. And Delita. Also now I'm going to go into Prey, which is exciting. One bonus to these things lasting forever is you get a lot of job points and experience points. Great. Look at that, she gets a chance to move again. Trying to leave a path open for Delita to do some damage. Yeah, keep getting a chance to heal himself. It's really getting old. Very seriously getting old here. And now with Delita doing what he's doing, he'll get in there and do some damage. We got this guy down in the corner. It's amazing how long this battle alone has lasted. Oh, rams up all the times to miss, but that was not one of those times. Well, there you go. It's not 100%. It's not 100%. Just putting that out there. This should be it, folks. Between the people that can attack and his inability to move, it's pretty much over here. No, when he attacks and then moves, that'll give Ramza an opening. Even the computers decided this battle is not going to last any longer because it's essentially done. And there it is, folks. That is the battle for Geralt. Why do we continue committing acts of robbery? You wouldn't have died this way if you lived an honest life. So there we go, our first battle is complete. And we look at our gil. We're going to get 500 for that. 2,000 bonus gil, a mithril knife, a phoenix down, and a potion. Who knew, man? Fraps was holding me back. Wow. So when you move, place the cursor on a map symbol you want to go to and press the circle button. When you are in castles, towns, etc., put the cursor on a map symbol and press the circle button. The command shop will appear for buying items. If you don't understand, press the select button for a help message. When organizing units, saving data, etc., press the triangle button. The main command will appear. Tutorial is on the main command. Game rules, how to fight, setting up units, and game tips for beginners are listed. So you see we have 2 spots coming up. Now what's great about this is you can save, and I think at this point I will commit to my new characters and I will put them in my main save slot 1. Now, here we can actually take a look at what you can do from inside. So when you're looking at these, there are multiple things you can see as you go through your characters, and the L2 and R2 buttons can help you with that. So right now we have it organized by health, so that you can see them by health, but if you push R2, it will show you their MP, and then their speed, their level on experience, and their bravery and faith. Depending on how you want to organize it, it can help you realize who you want to work with, because it can keep the high-level characters tops in your group. I like to do the HP just because it's pretty standard. So now, in the menu here, we push triangle again, push circle, and you can once again take a look at the stats. So from here, you can see what he's got equipped. They can even recommend the best available item. If you don't like it, you can actually push cancel or no, and they will cancel that. In the next situation, you've got abilities. Now, it's often good to set multiple classes. So when you go to this set, you can see he's already got Guts, which is the Squire version. You can go to this set a second battle ability. Now this is for Chemist. This is for the Knight, and this is for the Archer. So I like the Chemist. Why? Because I can go into the Chemist here and learn some really cool abilities that I can use for myself. And I'm going to focus on 2 key ones: Phoenix Down and Potion. When you go to the Squire, you can see he's got 334 points. Now, normally I would go right to the Gain JP up, because when you set this ability, it gives you the amazing option to get more JP, and that helps you level up faster. Now, move +1's also good because it does exactly what it says it does. You can get away faster and move close in quicker. Now, the thing is, with Accumulate, this is pretty much a cheat here. So with almost any character that's important to you, try to get Accumulate as soon as possible. What it actually does is charge up one's power to raise their physical attack. But because it never fails, you can always get experience and job points. So I'm going to grab Accumulate now, because I want to be able to have that. So there we go, we have that. Now, so let's say we go over to Boyce, and we check out his abilities. We see that he also can be a Chemist. So let's set him to item as well. When we go back to learn, he's got 232 points. Now you can see that Yell's unique skill for certain characters, because he does not have Yell here. So there's several things we can do. We can include the Throw Stone, which is obviously helpful. Give him a counter tackle. We can actually allow him to equip axes, gain the defend ability, or to gain JP up. And then he's got the ability to move. Now, I personally like going for this. It allows the amount of JP we earned in battle to increase. So say you get that one and you want to make sure they get it, you actually have to set it. So instead of the equip change, which is a Kibbish thing, now we're going to give him a gain JP up. And we'll do similar things for our characters. So let's take a look at Norton. He's got some things you can learn as a chemist. And it would certainly be a good idea to teach your Phoenix down. So there we go. He does know some squirey things, so we will set basic skill. So now here's something else to keep in mind. This is a ability that you can typically use for counterattacks. So, because it's triggered by a physical attack, we'll give her the ability Counter Tackle. And just like with the equip change, you go to the corresponding icon and set it. Now, she will counter certain attacks like we saw Lamza do in the beginning of the game. And because she probably has item skills, what the heck, let's give her an item skill. You notice that Delita also has the Guts ability, and he does not have Yell, but he does have Heal. I'm going to give Delita the defense skill, despite the fact that after a level or two, he could probably become something else. But this is a good way to protect a character that's important to you with a lot of power. We'll just give him item, because. So that's the gist of our group here. You can see this tells you how many people you have, what you're doing. You can change how you order the unit. Now, this is a cool thing. This is how you change your jobs. So, you can see the jobs that are available to you. Archer, Knight, Squire. Now, right now, it's because we don't have any armor, not very helpful to go with a Knight. So we'll stay a Squire. But you can check out certain things. So we talked about learning. If you look at the Knight, this is where all the break skills are. And different break skills have different capabilities. The Mind Break will actually diminish their attack power depending on the weapon. Power Break is pretty explanatory. That does physical attack power. Speed Break will slow them down. That'll take care of MP. This will break a weapon, and of course, shield, armor, and head break really don't need to be explained. Now, if someone attacks you with a weapon, you can parry with another weapon. That's pretty awesome. And then these are great. So say you're a Squire or you're even maybe a Priest, you could use this to equip armor regardless of job, so a lot of HP. Same thing with the sword. So, with that being said, I'm going to check the video counter. I think this should just about do it. Maybe not. Let's go a little over here. I got all kinds of room all day long. But I will save again. You always want to make sure you save, because if you make changes and then you move forward, boy does that suck. If you don't manage to make it through it. So, let's go ahead and move to Mandalia Plains. So there you go, that's a fun little glitch. But to be quite honest, as long as that only happens maybe in the middle of moving to levels will be good. Oh, look at this. Having attained the highest rank, of Heavenly Night. Brave Balbons was facing his last days. How goes the battle? Who's with that? We were able to recover Limberry. It's only a matter of time before the Ardalia army leaves Saltenia. Don't worry. The secret messenger sent to Count Lenario has returned. Count Lenario has agreed to your plan. Good then. At last, this long war will finally come to an end. Father, don't cry, my daughter. Where is Ramza? Just when we need him most. Dicedog, Zalbog, my beloved sons. Take care of Ramza. He may be your half-brother, but he is my own flesh. Father! Lower your voice. I'm glad you came. Let me look at you. Father, it has been a long time. You've become a fine man. You started the academy in the spring, don't you? Listen, Ramza. A Beowulf has served the royal family for generations. The warrior spirit is in us. Never shame your name. Never tolerate injustice. Living true to your heart is the warrior's way. The Beowulf way. I understand, Father. Delete is a good boy. He should serve you well. I've asked the Dean to accept him into the Academy. It shocked the Dean a bit. He will serve you well. Treat him well. Yes, Father. Take good care of Alma. Become a fine knight, Ramza. Now, you know Garland Magic City's got some stuff going on, so we're gonna go ahead and take out the bar. So the bar owner is pretty standard for any particular bar, but with this you can read rumors. So you can read rumors on the Death Corps, King Armadoria, and the 50-Year War. Let's take a look at the 50-Year War. A war that caused terror for nearly 50 years between Ivalice and Ardalia, known as the 50-Year War. The war was ignited when King Divanu died without naming a successor. The throne was succeeded by Divanu's brother, Valoba. But Dimnamunda of Ivalice declared war. This was only an excuse. The real reason was because of Zalamonia, a territory of Ivalice running along the Ordalian border. It was once independent, but was annexed over a century ago after an invasion. Ivalice supported Ordalia, but the result was failure. unrest among the nobles and then the cities of Zalamonia, along with Ordalia's rule, led them to seek intervention from Ivalice. With victories in the early battles, Ivalice's army marched on the capital of Pura, but King Danamunda fell ill and was never to return to his kingdom. The confusion gave the Ordalian army an opportunity, as Valoba was successful in holding off Ivalice's army. Approximately 2 years stalemate was broken by the Ramandan army's invasion. So how about that? Well, Ramandan is a military state separated from Ivalice by a minor channel. Under King Valoba's orders, a blood relative, they marched on Ivalice. But Denamunda, who succeeded King Denamunda, was a brave warrior against both the Ramanda and Ordalian armies. An outbreak of bubonic plague in Ramanda forced them to retreat in 3 years. So we can keep going there, but that's a lot of stuff. Here, however, you can go to the shop. And this is pretty awesome. So, let's just take a look at what you can buy. We've got the broadsword, the rod, and the oak staff. Now, the oak staff is primarily helpful for the priest, and the rod for the black mage. Because it's a magic city, you're going to see those. What we can do is buy some potions. And, dang. So we have 3. It's always good to have a large number. I'll go with 7. And then I'm also going to make sure we've got a fair number of antidotes. And a similar number of eye drops. And then most definitely some Phoenix Downs. But you can see they're pretty expensive. Now, if you really need more people, you can go to a soldier office. If you'd like a male fighter, you can choose one of those, or you can go to a female fighter. And here you see he is level 1 at 0 experience with Brave and Faith. So we'll quit, move through, and that's pretty much how a city goes. Now I'm pretty sure at this point we've had a long, fun section. So I hope you enjoyed part 2 of the Final Fantasy Tactics playthrough. And thankfully I've figured out some issues with my capabilities with my emulator. I will see you guys again soon. Bye-bye. Oh, before I leave, I do want to mention my friend Amandra Payne, whose link I will be putting in the description below. Now, let's say goodbye. Toodles.